Remember back in the day when Clark Kent got a job at the Daily Planet so he could be in touch with all the latest news and immediately come to the rescue? Well, if he'd just worked for us, he could have rescued Rapunzel a lot faster than the prince. Let's see who else he might need to save today. Hamburglar hires Gloria Allred after arrest for 24th felony hamburglary. Emperor selling old groove on Craigslist. And breaking news from the world of gazillionaire aviation, Scrooge McDuck headed to outer space. Move over Branson and Bezos, there's a new billionaire joining the space race. Just months after those wealthy businessmen took trips to the edge of Earth's atmosphere, Scrooge McDuck is throwing his tail feathers into the ring as well. But Scrooge won't be traveling in a souped-up plane or a giant flying eggplant, instead planning to visit the depths of the unknown powered by only his own two wings. Quote, "It'll save me a ton of money on a launch site," the miserly Scrooge pointed out at a press conference, noting that he would probably just take off from the parking lot of the Duckburg Taco Bell. Scrooge noted that he plans to do all the flapping himself and has hired Orville from the rescuers for lessons in long-distance travel. He'll also take along a rocket pack that Launchpad McQuack worked up in his garage just to be safe. Aviation experts said that the addition of lead engineer Gizmo Duck to his technical team should give Scrooge the edge against an attempt from rival Darkwing in the battle to be the first duck in space. Pundits, however, said not to discount the chances of a surprise Donald Duck upset if Donald blows his top in frustration at Chip and Dale and rockets himself straight to the moon. We'll take a quick break now and find out what's new as Broadway starts to reopen.
Now open on Broadway. Straight from the 100-acre wood to the stage, it's the hit show that will leave you in tears. But maybe not in a good way. It's Eeyore the Musical. That's right. From the producers that brought you Winnie the Pooh and the Zumba Cruise, Eeyore the Musical takes on a darker tone and has already set records by employing 7 different therapists to meet with depressed guests in the lobby after the show. With lyrics from Oscar the Grouch and Don Rickles, you'll be literally crying in your seat as A.A. Milne's Downer of a Donkey comes to life on the big stage. The world's first musical written entirely in a minor key, Eeyore trudges through 37 scenes in just over 5 hours without an intermission. Featuring hits like Mostly Cloudy, Again, and I Think It's a Bunyan, you'll be on the edge of your seat wondering if the next song might finally be a showstopper, or might be enough that they just finally stop the show. Statler and Waldorf from The Muppet Show have been in the balcony since day one, and they call Eeyore the Musical their favorite production since Fozzie Bear's one-man opera. So pin on your tail and slip that flask into your pocket, and then get your tickets to Eeyore the Musical tonight.
You'll recognize that voice as Rapunzel from our Head & Shoulders, Knees & Toes shampoo ad, who does sound suspiciously like our villains expert that was very much pro-Cruella de Vil, aka Cousin Trish. Shampoo, theater, and Cruella. What a repertoire. Now we'll get back to the news. Asked by first grader for reading tips, Yoda says, "Phonics hooked on I got." Swiffer named title sponsor of Quidditch World Cup. And from our Road Construction Bureau, London Bridge falls on troll. A local troll is wishing he had just continued posting mean comments on Twitter this morning, but instead finds himself recuperating in a nearby hospital after being pelted when London Bridge fell down on him under the weight of a giant goat. Todd the Troll recently moved to the area, settling into a humble home underneath the west end of London Bridge. Just 2 days after his arrival, a family of 3 billy goats touring Lake Havasu attempted to cross the span. Todd passed on the opportunity to eat either of the first 2 goats, instead opting to wait for the giant third brother to come trip-trapping across. As the enormous goat arrived, the bridge crumbled, falling down and leaving Todd with a broken collarbone and sprained horns. He's also rumored to have some concrete stuck in his beard. Quote, "Dude, my landlord said this place was safe," the troll protested of the den he had just leased. "I knew that bridge had issues before, but he told me they'd just come in with some pins and needles and built it up good. I guess next time I should get an inspection, or at least wait for the verse when the silver and gold show up."